Hello! Welcome to part 1 of Upgrading the rXg. In this series, we cover the process of upgrading your rXg from first notification that you are due an upgrade to the multiple options for actually performing the task. This video is an overview, covering how to know if you are due for an upgrade, where to find release notes about the newest version of the software, how long to expect each of the 3 common upgrade scenarios to take, and what kinds of disruptions you will see to your networks while performing the upgrade. How to tell your rXg is in need of an upgrade. Here at RGNets, we are in a continuous state of updating and improving our software, and new versions get released frequently. It's very easy to fall behind, and before you know it, you are several versions out of date. To combat this, we've placed an indicator on your dashboard. After logging into your rXg and arriving at the dashboard, you will find the version listed in the upper right corner. If this version number is in red, this indicates that there's a newer official version of the software available. This indicator might not be available in older versions of the software, but if you're running a version that does not have this feature, you definitely need an upgrade. And once that is completed, you will have it going forward. If you navigate to System, Update, you will find more details about both the status of your current software version and the latest available version. Here you will also find available upgrade methods. If your rXg is eligible for an operating system upgrade as well, there will be additional options displayed. Release notes. Release notes are an important part of the upgrade process. You will find details about new features, bug fixes, and other improvements that have been made in the new version. Our release notes can be found at store.rgnets.com/software. Release notes for previous versions can be found here as well. Timing and disruption. The 2 things that everyone wants to know before performing an upgrade. How long will it take, and what disruptions to my network should I expect? There are 3 common upgrade scenarios for an rXg, and the answers will be different for each. The first scenario is that only the rXg software itself needs to be upgraded. This upgrade typically takes around 15 minutes. It will impact the web server, which means that new clients will be temporarily unable to connect, but existing connections will see no impact. You will also see disruption of administrative functions. In the second scenario, the operating system needs patches in addition to the rXg software upgrade. You'll find the impact to be very similar to a software-only upgrade. However, the operating system patches installed in this process may require a reboot of the system. If this is the case, it will be indicated in red near the top of the rXg web interface. This reboot can be scheduled for a later time by the administrator if necessary. The third scenario is when an upgrade to the operating system of the rXg is required. This is the most extensive process and usually requires a minimum of 2 hours and multiple reboots. During this process, connectivity to all devices behind the rXg will be disrupted. Also, we recommend upgrading the rXg software to the most recent version prior to upgrading the operating system. So you've identified you need an upgrade, you've done your research into the newest version, you've allotted enough time, and you've identified potential network disruption. What's next? Now it's time to select the appropriate upgrade method. Join us as we begin exploring your options in Part 2, rXg Automatic Update.